work that we do in the pre-cleanse phase really is, the essence of it is to allow our bodies to more effectively digest fat. And the reason for this is that many of the fat-soluble toxins, so the toxins that we store that are soluble in the fat, can be toxic. And so, since the cleansing process is focused on kind of removing some of those deep-seated toxins, we use the preparation phase to prepare the body by optimizing the lymphatic and gallbladder function to be able to break down the fat. And so in the second phase, the pre-cleanse phase, we're training the body to really break down the fat. And so the three subdoshas, or the three Ayurvedic concepts that we're using in the yoga routine to allow this to take place are Avalambaka Kapha, Samana Vayu, and Ranjak Pitta. So we already talked a little bit about Ranjak Pitta before. The first part of the sequence of the yoga will really focus on Samana Vayu. And so Samana Vayu is housed in a small intestine. And it really deals with absorption, but it also deals with peristalsis. And so in the beginning postures, we'll be focusing on the small intestine and mobilizing and moving in a way that helps the small intestine both improve its ability to absorb the nutrients from the food that we're getting, and then also improves the peristaltic action, which if you're not familiar with peristalsis, it's the smooth muscle activity of the intestines that helps move things through so that we can eliminate them easily. So the next one is the Avalambaka Kapha. And Avalambaka Kapha is kind of the overall support of the system. And so it's usually considered to be housed in the low back region. And we're helping or moving the Avalambaka Kapha because that support is what we're going to need to be able to really break down the fats as we go through that process. The yoga poses that I've chosen for the Avalambaka Kapha are specific to helping that kind of supportive container in order for the cleansing process to take place in a really safe way. And lastly, we have the Ranjak Pitta. And as I mentioned in the preparation phase, the Ranjak Pitta relates to the liver, and it relates to balancing our blood sugar and then also helping with protein synthesis in the body. And so these are the principles that we're using to inform the yoga to do certain things. And so keep these in mind as you move through the yoga practice during the pre-cleanse phase from days 4 through 7. The reason is it's not always important what specific posture we're doing, but it's very important how we're doing it and the intention behind what we're doing. So if you keep this in mind, that you're really optimizing your body's ability to digest fat through the pre-cleanse phase, that will help to facilitate the activities that are being encouraged through the yoga practice. So I invite you now to go on to the next phase, where we'll talk about day 8 and then also talk about the main cleanse, which follows from days 9